In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use DeepAgent Desktop by Abacus AI, a powerful new AI development environment that combines chat-based coding, automation, and AI agent workflows all in one place. For this example, I'm going to be uploading an image of a resume and then have the AI agent turn that image into a full website. And we'll start by walking through how to get signed up and installed. Then I'll show you how to use code mode to build and edit projects alongside the AI agent in real time. You'll see how it can read files, generate code, make precise edits, and even help troubleshoot issues directly inside the workspace. And whether you're a developer looking for a faster, smarter way to code, or someone who just wants to see how AI can handle full stack tasks right from your desktop, this tutorial will give you a complete walkthrough of what DeepAgent Desktop can do. And real quick, before we get started, if you get any value out of this video, I would greatly appreciate it if you would subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Helps me bring you more resources, and it keeps you up to date with all of the AI, web, and tech trends happening throughout the year. But either way, thank you so much for all your support. All right, with that being said, let's get started. All right, to get started with Abacus AI's new DeepAgent Desktop, head over to the main product page, which I've linked to in the video description below. Then if you're brand new, you'll need to create an account. So go ahead and click the Get Started button, and you'll see the DeepAgent Desktop is currently billed at $10 per user per month, just FYI. Then next, you'll need to sign up for an Abacus AI account. You can sign up using your Google, Apple, or Microsoft account, or you can create an account manually by entering your name, email, and password. But either way, when you're ready, click the Sign Up button. And next, you'll be prompted for your payment details. Go ahead and enter your card information to continue, or select an existing payment option if you've already set one up with Abacus AI. And then once everything looks good, click Submit to confirm your subscription. After that, you'll be redirected to your Abacus AI dashboard, and from here, we'll need to download the DeepAgent Desktop app. So towards the top of the screen, you should see a DeepAgent Desktop card. It's the one on the left. And if this is your first time using DeepAgent Desktop, you'll need to download it to your device. So click the Download button. And in a few moments, you should be able to open the desk image file. I'm on a Mac, so when I open it, this is what I see. And it's pretty straightforward. Simply drag and drop the DeepAgent file into the application folder like so. And it should only take a few seconds to copy into your apps. Then when it's done, and you open your applications folder in the Finder, you should see the DeepAgent app listed there. So go ahead and click on it to open it. And since this is our first time opening it, there will be a few onboarding pop-ups. The first one is just a quick intro stating that Code LLM is now DeepAgent. So go ahead and click the Continue button. And next looks like a welcome to DeepAgent with a list of some features. So go ahead and click the Sign In with Abacus AI button to continue. Next, you get to choose your theme. You can select either Abacus Light or Abacus Dark, depending on your personal preference. I'm going to go ahead and choose the dark mode here and click the next button to move forward. Next, you'll choose your default mode. You'll see two options here, chat mode and code mode. We're going to focus on code mode in this video, but I'll show you how to easily toggle between modes in just a bit. It's super easy. And then for the sake of the example, I'm just going to keep chat mode selected, and then we'll click the next button. And that opens the new DeepAgent Desktop experience. The window is pretty small, but just like any browser window, it can be resized to fit your entire screen. So let me do that really quick. Much better. All right, before we dive in, let me give you a quick tour and show you how to navigate around the DeepAgent Desktop. Now that we're set up, let me give you a quick tour and show you how to navigate between some of DeepAgent Desktop's features. First, if you recall, I chose to start in chat mode, which is what you're looking at right now. There's a prompt box where you can basically tell DeepAgent what you want to do, and it'll open the chat interface where you can interact with the AI and build out your project, whether that be an app, website, software, you name it. As I said, this is where you can interact with the AI and build out your project. Then above that, at the top of the screen, you can choose which model you want to work with. By default, it starts you with Route LLM, but if you click that, you'll be presented with a handful of different models to work with. You can also toggle between chat and code mode in the upper right corner of the screen. as well as below the prompt box. You'll see that we have the chat mode enabled at the moment, but let's say we want to switch to code mode. So you can either click that purple Dev Agent Editor button or the code mode button in the upper right corner of the screen, and both will switch the interface within the app. And when you first open code mode, you'll be greeted with this welcome tab. In the center of the screen, you'll find quick start options that let you create a new file, open existing one, clone a Git repository, or connect to another environment. These make it easy to jump right into coding or connect DeepAgent to your existing projects. Then to the right of that, you'll see walkthroughs that help you explore different features. You can view an overview of DeepAgent's tools, dive into advanced features, or follow guided tutorials for Python development in Jupyter Notebooks. This section is great for new users who want to get comfortable with the interface fast. Then over on the far right, you'll notice the help section with quick access to agent rules and MCP. Agent rules allow you to personalize how your AI behaves during sessions, while MCP unlocks agent-level superpowers for more advanced customization. Then moving over to the right panel, you'll see the built-in chat doc where you can talk directly to your AI agent. You can ask coding questions, request explanations, or even have the agent write and debug code for you, all from within the same workspace, which we'll do in just a bit. Then on the left sidebar, you have your Explorer panel, among many other things, where you can open folders, manage Git repositories, and access files. It also includes icons for version control, run and debug, extensions, live share options near the bottom, and so much more. Next, if you click the blue DeepAgent CLI button or toggle the panel icon in the upper right corner of the screen, that little small icon there, it opens DeepAgent's integrated command line interface. This is where you can interact with the AI directly from your terminal environment. It's perfect for developers who prefer working in a fast, text-based workspace while still having access to DeepAgent's full intelligence. Then once CLI opens, we get a little welcome message, and I gotta say, I also love the retro vibe here. Nice touch. And if it's your first time using it, you'll need to log in by typing login followed by your email address. From there, you can access the available commands using help. And the interface also gives you shortcuts like MCP for managing connections or new to start a fresh conversation. Then at the bottom, you'll notice a simple text prompt that says ask me anything. This is where you can type natural language commands or coding instructions, and DeepAgent will respond in real time. You can use the tab key to switch between models such as GPT-5 or Sonnet 4.5 and more, and then the arrow keys to scroll through previous conversations. Then below the welcome message, you'll also see installation details for the standalone version of the CLI. Then if you'd rather install it separately, you can open any terminal and run the command npm install, and this allows you to use DeepAgent outside the desktop app directly from your system's command line. And I love the DeepAgent CLI because it combines the speed of a local terminal with the intelligence of a conversational model, making it a powerful tool for both development and automation tasks. Now, we're not going to be using it in this video, but if you're a more fast-paced developer, this is a perfect tool for your streamlined workflow, ideal for rapid prototyping, executing real-time commands, managing repos directly from the terminal, and iterating code without ever leaving your dev environment. Okay, so since DeepAgent CLI is technically still in code mode, you'll have to click the toggle panel icon in the upper right corner of the screen to toggle between CLI and code mode. All right, now that you know your way around, let's use DeepAgent's Desktop to turn an image of a resume into a fully functional website. Now that we've covered the basics of the interface, let's take a look at how to actually use code mode inside DeepAgent Desktop. This is where things start to get really powerful because you can interact with files, connect AI models, and run commands all within a single workspace. And if you recall, for this example, I'm going to be uploading an image of a resume and then have the AI agent turn that image into a full website. And we can do that all right here in code mode. So first things first, we need to open the file of the image of the resume that we're going to use. So within the Start section, click on Open. And then let's find the file of that resume image. There it is. And then we'll select it. And after that loads, you'll see the file appear in a new tab along the top of the screen, right next to the Welcome tab. And you can open and manage multiple files this way, just like you would any modern code editor. Now, with the file open, we could start interacting with DeepAgent directly. And in the chat input area in the bottom right, I'll type a command asking the AI to read the resume. I should also point out that you could choose which model to use by clicking that little drop down. I'm keeping it set to Claude 4.5, but you could change the model you're working with here if you'd like. Then to have DeepAgent read or interact with the specific file, you'll need to reference it in your message using the @ symbol. And by placing the @ before the file name, DeepAgent knows exactly which file you're referring to within your workspace, allowing it to process and use that content in your request. It's pretty cool. And for this example, if you want the AI to analyze the resume that you just opened, you would type something like, "Please read my resume at resume-biotech-2025 JPEG and create a modern personal website for me. Make sure to include details, and it must look professional and modern with good animations." Then once your prompt is ready, click the Send Message button to submit it to DeepAgent. And then almost instantly, DeepAgent begins processing the image, extracting the details from the resume, and preparing to generate the full personal website. You can see in the chat panel that it starts responding on the right, confirming that it's reading the image and pulling all the relevant data before starting the build process. But that's just the beginning. This is the crazy part. You get a front row seat at DeepAgent creating the website files. One by one, they'll display on the left, where you can either accept or reject them. And for the sake of time, I'll be accepting all the files, but feel free to review all the files before accepting. Alright, so that was the index file. Next, our AI agent gets to work creating the CSS file. Again, you can monitor the progress in the chat on the right. This usually takes anywhere from 30 to 40 seconds to generate, but just like the index file, when it's ready, you'll need to decide whether or not to accept it or reject it. Next, it looks like it's building the JavaScript file. And again, I'll fast forward through this for the sake of time, but you'll be prompted to accept or reject like the other two files. Then the last file is the README file. And once done, just like the others, I'll accept the file, and we can now view the finished website in the browser. You'll be asked to run or cancel this, and can also configure if this should be asked every time, which I'm going to keep that turned on. So let's go ahead and run this file and see how it turned out. And as you can see, the final result looks incredibly polished and professional. Right at the top, the homepage opens with the modern hero section featuring a name header, title, and short bio pulled directly from the resume. The layout uses a sleek, dark theme with purple accents and some really cool animations that make it feel futuristic and professional at the same time. Love it. There are, looks like, quick action buttons like get in touch and view my work, along with clean icons for email, GitHub, and LinkedIn, all automatically added by DeepAgent to create this fully functional one-page website. And then as we scroll down and explore the rest of the page, I love the animations, the layouts, the different features they've added for like timelines and the experience and the education experience, and even the animation on the skills section is great. And then scrolling all the way to the bottom, we have a contact form for some lead gen and a personal footer. I love it. Turned out great. However, there are some obvious edits that we'd want to make to this site, like the your name placeholder text that needs to display the name on the resume owner, which in this case is Alex Kumar. So you can either edit the files within or use the AI agent within the DeepAgent Desktop to make the changes to the files for you. So back at the DeepAgent Desktop, simply use the chat box in the lower right corner again and type something like change your full name to Alex Kumar in all files. That's literally all I'm going to type. And let's send that through and watch the AI get to work. Again, you can monitor the progress and workflow in the chat on the right-hand side of the screen. And this took a minute or so for the AI to update all occurrences of your full name to say Alex Kumar. But as it's working, you'll also see the files being updated in real time as well. It's pretty cool. Then when the agent is done, you'll see the results appear right inside the chat panel on the right-hand side of the screen. DeepAgent gives you a clear breakdown of every change it made, and in this example, it updated both the index HTML file and the README files. DeepAgent also adjusted all of the example references so they match the new name, including the title, hero section, footer example, and even the image alt text. That's amazing. Each change is shown with a green check mark so you can confirm that everything was successfully applied. Then right below that, DeepAgent adds a summary letting you know the website now displays Alex Kumar as the name throughout the entire site and that you can open the index file in your browser to see the updated version. Then if you look back at the code view on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll notice that DeepAgent has color-coded each edit. The original placeholder text is highlighted in red, and the new replacement text appears in green. You could also scroll through each section in the file to preview the changes before accepting them. And then once you've reviewed everything, you can either accept or reject individual file changes or click the Accept All button at the bottom to instantly apply every update. That's what I'm going to do. So after clicking Accept All, DeepAgent automatically merges the changes and updates your workspace. Now, when we preview the site again, the new name appears right in the Hero section with the updated title, Alex Kumar, Biology Professional and Researcher. And if we scroll down to the footer, it now shows the correct copyright line for 2025 with Alex Kumar. Awesome. All right, then let's go over one more quick change that you can make here in the DeepAgent Desktop. Looks like it used a placeholder image here when I want to use a headshot of Alex. So back at DeepAgent, I'll tell our agent to replace the placeholder image on the home section with the attached image. Keep the pulsating animation. Then if you click that paperclip icon, you'll have the ability to upload and attach a file to the chat. You can choose an individual file that has already been uploaded here, but if you haven't uploaded it yet, simply select Upload Image from that drop-down, and then click the OK button, and this opens the Finder, where we'll find our file, and I want to upload and use this one for the headshot on the home section of the website. Then once uploaded, you'll see the file in the chat. Perfect. This lets the agent know which file I'm talking about, and then once again, we'll send this through to the AI and watch it get to work. Now, one thing you'll notice while interacting with the AI agent in this interface is that it will occasionally ask for permission before executing certain system-level commands. And in this case, DeepAgent is preparing to replace the placeholder avatar image with the user's photo while maintaining the pulsating animation like we asked. So, to do that, it needs to verify the current working directory using the print working directory command. And this command lets the agent confirm the correct file path before saving or modifying any local assets in your project. So whenever the agent needs to run a command like this, it prompts you with the small execution dialog. Here you could choose whether to allow or deny the action, and the drop-down option labeled Ask Every Time gives you full control over which commands get executed, helping to maintain a secure development environment. So I'm going to approve this command by clicking Run, and DeepAgent then executes it directly inside the embedded terminal. And you'll see the output appear inline in the chat, confirming that it successfully located the correct directory. And walking through this, first, in the index file, it replaces the placeholder div that was using a font awesome user icon with a real image tag. And you'll see it insert a line that points to your uploaded photo and assigns it the profile image class. And this is what connects your new headshot to the front end of the portfolio site. And then once the changes appear, go ahead and click Accept File to confirm and apply them. Next, the agent updates the style CSS. It adds a new profile image class and defines a few key properties, plus a border and shadow that matches the theme. And this ensures your image fits cleanly into the circular container and maintains that soft glowing aesthetic on the hero section. And then once the CSS diff appears, click the Accept File again. Okay, once both files have been updated and accepted, go ahead and run it to see how it looks in a browser. And it looks like our image isn't showing. That's because the photo hasn't been saved inside the same directory as your HTML files. DeepAgent explains this in the chat and provides two options. You can either save the file using the exact name with spaces or rename it to something simpler and let the agent update the reference. So to fix this, I'm going to open the Explorer panel and click the Open folder. And then we'll navigate to the DeepAgent workspace. And from here, you'll see that it had already created a folder for me in the workspace. And then I just dragged and dropped that headshot image into the folder so it sits next to the index HTML file. You'll also notice that I renamed it something cleaner. It's Profile Photo Alex PNG. This makes the path easier to read and avoids potential issues with file names that contain spaces. You can also drag and drop the image file here in the Explorer File Manager. Just drop it in the workspace and it will be saved in the same directory as our HTML file. Okay, I know I went kind of fast there, and if you're brand new to all of this, it might be a lot, but just rewind and watch it. I can promise you that once you get the hang of it, it is super simple. And then once the image is inside the same directory, the agent updates the source path automatically. And now, when we reload the preview, our headshot photo appears perfectly in the hero section with the pulsating gradient still animating around it. That's awesome. And at this point, you could continue customizing your site, adjusting the layout, refining the color palette, or adding interactive elements like more animations or contact forms. And then once you're happy with your updates, the next step would be to migrate your project to a hosting provider and deploy your site live for the world to see. And hopefully this walkthrough showed you just how powerful and intuitive DeepAgent Desktop can be for both developers and creators, giving you a true full-stack AI companion that helps you move from idea to deployment faster than ever. And that's how you set up and use DeepAgent Desktop by Abacus AI. From creating your first project and interacting with the agent in code mode, to editing files, managing assets, and even troubleshooting issues like missing images. You've seen how powerful this tool can be for developers and creators alike. DeepAgent Desktop brings together the best parts of coding, automation, and AI collaboration into one workspace, giving you a smarter and faster way to build and iterate on your own projects. And if you found this video helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more tutorials like this. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. So that's going to do it for this video. If you found it helpful, I'd greatly appreciate it if you would like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Blog with Ben YouTube channel. Also, if you're looking to start a blog, check out these 2 videos on how to build, grow, and monetize a WordPress blog. They'll walk you through the entire process step by step. And as always, your support means a great deal to me and my family, and for that, I thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks for watching.